Behind me is the Milnerton Links Golf Course, one of South Africa's most beautiful and challenging courses. And the road to the Sun Met is paved with a whole myriad of exciting events. And I'd have to say that the KLAWERVLEI Golf Day would be right up there with the very best events in South Africa preceding the big day. And it is our great honor to host South Africa's greatest sporting ambassador in the history of our proud nation. And I, of course, refer to Gary Player, who'll be playing with one of South Africa's greatest gentlemen and certainly one of our finest trainers ever, Michael Bass. He'll be playing with his son Mark and Vion Smith, who is the chief executive of CTS. So all said and done, we're going to catch up with Gary Player to find out how he enjoyed playing with Michael Bass and indeed the fare that was on offer at the KLAWERVLEI Golf Day. Gary, we've spoken so many times before about inspiration, and whether it's Winston Churchill, who I know is one of your ambassadors in life, or Mother Teresa, or Mahatma Gandhi, or even an equine hero like Secretariat, who you've always really admired. But in our little world of horse racing, we have our own iconic hero, and it just happens to be one of the greatest gentlemen ever to put a saddle on the back of a horse, Mr. Michael Bass.
Well, I'd like to endorse that and say one of the finest gentlemen I've met. In fact, if I had to take a hero in the horse business, it would be Michael Bass. As you know, he's had this unfortunate occurrence in his life, and he's, paralyzed from the waist down. And golf, like so many millions of people that have gone on past the age of 50, has really saved his life. Golf has given him a new inspiration, a new desire. He's got a passion for golf. And let me tell you something. When you see that he sits in that golf cart and can't move from the waist down, and the club, the Milnerton Club, who've been magnificent to get together and buy him this cart from Switzerland, which can adjust up, down, forward, back, and he sits in there and he has to adjust himself on every shot and only has the arms to hit. And he played yesterday in the event. He had 4 3-pointers and a 4-point. He beat us all. And it's hilarious because a lot of these young guys come out to outdrive him by 200 yards. He's beating some of them. In fact, we finished second in the competition yesterday, and the reason was because of his play. But Andrew, here's the point. So many people have difficulties. In fact, all of us have difficulties to encounter in our life and adversities. And it's how you prepare your mind, how you accept it. It's not easy, but everybody has problems. But when you have a problem like Mike has, where you can't walk, how do you get into bed? How do you go to the toilet? All these things. It's really a big problem. And the way he accepts it is absolutely remarkable. He is my hero in this business today, or just in life. And there's so many people. I've played with people that are blind, that have shot 80. I've played people with one leg, Douglas Bader from England, who had no legs, who was a 0 handicap. People that have one arm, etc., etc. But here's a man who plays in this cart, and yesterday plays so well, and you never hear him complain. That's the amazing thing. He doesn't complain. He has a smile on his face. He enjoys his golf, and he plays like 4 times a week. It's saving his life. So it's just remarkable when I see somebody like that, and sometimes when I think I've got a problem, I just think Mike Bass. He's on my mind at least every week of my life, and will be forever, to see the courage he's got. I can't tell you how I admire this man.
It's so appropriate that in this week of the Sun Met here in the Table Bay, Milnerton Golf Course, which overlooks this beautiful Table Bay, as John Costa quite correctly said, it is the brainchild of Grant Knowles. He's nurtured it, he's grown it. Brad Forge and his guys from Professional Golf did a magnificent job. The prizes, the attention to detail, right up there with the best.
Oh yes, absolutely. And as a person who just am crazy about horses, and I'm still in the horse industry and always will be, I admire them so much. I mean, there's always so much work behind the scenes, and people take it for granted, but I don't, because I know, we organize a lot of charity matches all around the world, and I know the amount of work that it's involved.
And then also very, very special today to see one of the most courageous men I've ever met, Mike Bass. And to see Mike. To see the kind of effort that Mike needs to put in to hit a golf ball. Mike, you're just spectacular. Well done. And And it was also amazing to see all the ladies out here today, led by Gaynor. And I don't know how Gaynor's team finished up, but when you've got Ken Truitt in your team, you're probably in trouble because he plays, I think, twice every 3 years. But other than that, to all you ladies, fantastic having you here, and thanks for being with us.
To put the lid on it, Gary, I have to ask you this question because it would be incomplete if we didn't have your view, your opinion, your gut feel about the outcome of the 2019 Sun Met.
Obviously, you look at a horse like Do It Again, he's this phenomenal horse, and I must say I'd be very happy to see him win because I have shares in twice over. But I just got a feeling about Rainbow Bridge. I'll tell you why. I don't know why he hasn't won this last few big races, whether he was not ridden properly, whether he got boxed in, whether there was something that was lacking in the training. I don't profess to know that. But all I know, he was finishing like a train. And being by Ideal World, who I have great respect for as a sire, Guy Murdoch does such a marvellous job. I just got a feeling if any horse does beat Do It Again, I think it's going to be Rainbow Bridge. He's a wonderful horse, and gain that extra distance, major advantage.
Go past the ladies.
Taxi!
Stick with me, Ross, I'll make you famous.
Substituted with this one. Look at the ease and grace of that shot.
Airy! Oh, come on. Yo, baby!
Adam, believe that, Charlie.
Great shot. Oh, baby.
Bingo.